Dear students, I am to you all. Welcome you for this session under market equilibrium. Today we are going to discuss the introduction to market equilibrium. The topics to be discussed today: the determination of market equilibrium under perfect competition, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity, excess demand, and excess supply. As you will see here in this picture, you can see either side of the balance, one side market supply and the other side market demand. Both are in balance because balance seems to be balanced. The reason is market supply is exactly equal to market demand. In the same way, in the market also, when the market supply is equal to market demand, we say market is at equilibrium. We will discuss further. And when we say market equilibrium under perfect competition, what we mean by that? We mean that market demand is equal to market supply, as we seen in this picture. And then we will define what is market equilibrium. Here the market equilibrium is a situation where the plans of all consumers and the firms in the market match. What do you mean by that? Plans of all consumers, we all knew, we have already discussed about it under theory of consumer behavior. What are the plans of all consumers? Consumers always wants to maximize their satisfaction out of their consumption. At the same way, firms want to maximize their profit. The objective of the firm's profit maximization. What will happen here is at the market equilibrium, both the plans, that is consumer satisfaction, maximum satisfaction also is met, and the objective of the firm profit maximization also is achieved at the market equilibrium. That is what we say market match. That is the meaning of market match. Consumers also satisfied, producers also satisfied by achieving their respective objectives, and the market clears. What do you mean by market clears? When we say market clears, there is no excess demand, there is no imbalances or excess supply. That means whatever the quantity demanded by the consumers is exactly supplied by the producers. That condition is called as market equilibrium. And the market equilibrium is a situation where market supply exactly equal to market demand. And also we can say, in another way of defining market equilibrium, aggregate quantity supply of all the firms exactly equal to aggregate quantity demand of all the consumers. That means what we refer it as aggregate is, instead of adding all the individual firms supply together, we get the market supply. Adding all the individual demand of the consumers, we get aggregate quantity demand. That is what market demand. That's what here aggregate mean. We are adding all the individual firms together and getting the supply. That is called market supply. Aggregate quantity demand mean we are individually adding each addition of individual demand and deriving the aggregate quantity demand. We have seen under theory of consumer behavior how to derive a market demand curve. We have derived a market demand curve by adding individual demand curves horizontally. It is called as horizontal summation, and then we derived a market demand curve. And also we have got supply curve under theory of firms by adding individual firms supply horizontally, and we derived a market supply. That is what it referred here. And in this case here, market equilibrium is explained in the form of a diagram or a diagrammatic representation of the market equilibrium. Here you are measuring along the x-axis quantity demand and the quantity supplied. Both are measured here. Quantity in the sense it refers to the quantity demand also, it refers to the quantity supplied also. Along the y-axis price is measured. Here the demand curve downward sloping and the supply curve is upward sloping. Therefore, this is the point where when the demand curve and the supply curve intersect, this point is called as equilibrium point. At the price which is corresponding to the equilibrium point is called as equilibrium price. The notation here for equilibrium price is P star. The notation for the equilibrium quantity is Q star. Q star in the sense both the quantity demand and the quantity supplied both is at one point only. That is QS and QD both are equal at this quantity, equilibrium quantity. and only one measure we get for the supply also, one measurement we get for the demand also. The price corresponding to the equilibrium point is called as equilibrium price. This question always being asked in your final examination. Describe how to determine market price under perfect market competition. How market price is determined by the intersection of demand curve and the supply curve, and the corresponding price is called as market price. And you have to draw the diagram. You have to mark the axis first. Along the x-axis you are measuring quantity, along the y-axis you are measuring the price. That is, the label should be very there, then only they can understand what you are going to measure and what you are going to explain in this diagram. Without label nobody can understand from any diagram. And then you have to draw the upward supply curve and downward demand curve, and you have to define the intersection point, and the corresponding price to the intersection point is denoted as equilibrium price, and the quantity corresponding to the equilibrium point is denoted as equilibrium quantity. Now, also in addition to that diagram, you have to define this definition also for that question. That is, the price at which equilibrium is reached is called as equilibrium price. And when we say equilibrium quantity, Q star, equilibrium price, P star, and the equilibrium quantity both mean the quantity demanded and sold quantity supplied at the equilibrium price is called as equilibrium quantity. I hope you understood this concept. And at equilibrium we can write this equation. What is this equation describes? This equation describes at the equilibrium price the quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied. That is what we have seen in the diagram. And the QD P star, in the sense it stands for market demand at P star, and QSP star stands for market price supply at P star. And we are going to see now excess demand. What we mean by excess demand? Excess demand is explained with the help of a diagram. When in the examination point of view, if they ask this question on excess demand, you have to describe this diagram also. That is, along the y-axis you are measuring the quantity demanded and the supply, because both the curves are here. And along the y-axis you measure the prices, and we have already done that equilibrium point and the corresponding equilibrium price and the corresponding equilibrium quantity. This much we have seen in the last slide. On the last slide. Now when we asked to explain the excess demand, we know when the excess demand arises, when the price is less price, more demand, or high demand. That is, the less price is less than equilibrium price. That is, P1 is the less than equilibrium price. At this P1, if you extend this line up to here, this is the supply curve. This price line cut the supply curve first. You know that when price is less, supply also less. Therefore, amount of supply is QS. When the price is less, now the demand will be more. At this price P star, the demand is this much. Demand and demand and supply is both equal, because it's an equilibrium point. But when the price decrease less than the equilibrium price, then what will happen? The quantity demand increase from Q star to QD. Therefore, now the new demand, the price line, if you extend up to here, it cuts the demand curve here. Therefore, what you are deriving now, the quantity demand is this much. Therefore, our quantity demand now from here to here, this much. Quantity demand supply is only this much. Therefore, quantity demand exceeds by this much. That means that is the distance. This distance from here to here. This is referred to as excess demand or shortage. Why shortage? Demand is greater than supply. Therefore, more demand, no supply. Then that situation is called as what? Shortage. At the price P1 level. This is how we have to explain the excess demand. What will happen excess demand? Excess demand QD exceeds the QS. You see QD, this much of distance is QD from here to here. How much QS? Only from here to here. Therefore, how much shortage? This much. Therefore, what you can notice here, QD is greater than QS, which denotes there is an excess demand. At the particular price, the price is very much important here, because the price, at this price only, we can see the excess demand. The price is P1. And again, You can define after the drawing the diagram, if the question being asked on excess demand, draw that particular diagram and then define it this way. Market demand QD exceeds market supply. Exceeds mean greater than market supply at the price P1. The P1 is the less than equilibrium price. And then it is said that there is an excess demand exists in that price P1. Now we have finished excess demand. Now we are going to see the concept of excess supply. What do you mean by excess supply? Excess supply also explained with the help of a diagram. Here on the x-axis we measure the quantity demanded and supplied. On the y-axis we measure the price. Therefore, what we see here, the price is greater than equilibrium price. When the price is greater than equilibrium price, that is P2, you extend that price line up to the demand curve, and from here you can notice this is the quantity demand, QD. And if you extend the P2 price here up to here, and this is the QS, quantity supplied. Here you can see at the P2, QS exceeds the QD. QD only this much distance. QS up to here. Therefore, we can say this much is QS, only this much is QD. Therefore, this difference is denoted as excess supply, or it is also called as surplus. Therefore, I think you have understood the concept of QS and QD. What we can refer here as QS greater than QD at the price P star. Therefore, I hope you understood what is excess supply. When the situation of excess supply arises, the excess supply situation arises when the price is greater than equilibrium price. Equilibrium price is less P star, but this P2 is more than equilibrium price, and it cuts the demand curve first, because you all know when the price is high, demand is less as per the law of demand. Therefore, demand only this much, and when the price is more, the supply also is more. Therefore, the supply is this much. Therefore, this difference gives us excess supply or surplus when the situation Q is greater than QD at the price P2. And now the excess supply, you can see here, you can define that with the in addition to that diagram. If any question being asked on excess supply, you have to draw the diagram and you have to explain the situation, and then you have to define like this. If at a price, that means our price P2, market supply QS is greater than market demand QD, then what will we'll name it as, we'll say there is an excess supply on that at that price. Excess supply exists at that price. Our price is P2. I hope you understood this concept. Then there is an assignment related to this discussion, and you have to answer these questions, and also the value we learned from this topic. And also I will highlight whatever we have discussed up to now. The perfect competitive market, an invisible hand. What we call here invisible hand is market forces. What are the market forces? Market demand and market supply. We have seen the demand curve and the supply curve is at play. That means is always in operation in the market. We have seen how it operates as excess demand, excess supply, gain equilibrium, which changes price whenever there is imbalance in the market and maintains the market equilibrium. Therefore, market equilibrium is maintained by the forces called market demand and market supply. It is also called as invisible hand, because in the perfect competitive market, equilibrium price in the market, equilibrium quantity, all determined by the market demand and market supply, not by any other individuals or by the government. Therefore, this invisible hand, this market supply and market demand, always maintains the market equilibrium. In the same way, in our life also, whenever we faces at times sorrow, at times happiness, we always able to maintain the equanimity of mind only due to the grace of God, nothing else. How is God? Because God is omnipresent at all times. He is with us as an invisible hand, because we can't see Him, but He always operates on our lives and protects us As long as we think of Him, we remember Him, we pray to Him. It doesn't matter whatever the religion we belong to, but our prayer to that Almighty God always protects us and maintains the equanimity of mind at all circumstances, at all times, thereby keeping us in peace. And divine proximity is the greatest wealth. Whatever the religion you may belong to, and whatever the faith you may have, but the God is one, never forget God. This is the quotation from Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Thank you very much. Sai Ram to you all.